In August 2021, the Taliban captured Kabul, Afghanistan's capital city, after a major offensive that began in May. This marked the end of the war in Afghanistan and the collapse of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan under President Ashraf Ghani. The Taliban's victory brought them back to power after 20 years of war and sent shockwaves around the world. The Taliban's return to power was largely due to the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan. The U.S. had been in Afghanistan for 2 decades, fighting the Taliban and trying to build a stable democracy. But after years of war and billions of dollars spent, the U.S. decided to withdraw its forces. The U.S. withdrawal was controversial, with some arguing that it was a mistake to leave Afghanistan without a solid plan in place. Others argued that the U.S. had done all it could in Afghanistan, and it was time to bring the troops home. The withdrawal of U.S. forces had a devastating impact on Afghanistan. The Afghan National Security Forces, which had been trained and equipped by the U.S., were quickly overwhelmed by the Taliban. The Taliban's takeover led to widespread chaos, with many Afghans fleeing the country. The Taliban's return to power also raised concerns about human rights, particularly for women and minorities. The Taliban's victory in Kabul has had a profound impact on Afghanistan. The country is now facing a humanitarian crisis, with millions of people in need of food, water, and shelter. The Taliban's strict interpretation of Islamic law has also led to widespread restrictions on women's rights. The future of Afghanistan remains uncertain, but the Taliban's return to power has undoubtedly changed the course of the country's history. The fall of Kabul was a significant event in recent history, but it was not a surprise to everyone. Many intelligence analysts had predicted that the Afghan government would collapse after the U.S. withdrew, and the Taliban would take control of the country. The Taliban's rapid advance across the country, however, even while the U.S. was still withdrawing troops, shocked many, including President Joe Biden, who admitted that the situation unfolded more quickly than anticipated. The fall of Kabul was a complex event with many contributing factors, but it is clear that the U.S. withdrawal played a major role. The withdrawal, combined with the Afghan government's weakness and the Taliban's resilience, led to a chaotic and rapid collapse of the Afghan government. This event has had a profound impact on Afghanistan, and its ramifications will be felt for years to come.